Hey Capricorn, Mariah here. I'm going to get into a reading for you today. So I've done this for Leo a few times, but I'm going to try it out for you guys, see how you enjoy it. So especially with the I think it's the full moon that's coming up here tonight. What I am going to do is look at your sun sign Capricorn, but along with your moon sign. So for an example, if you're a Capricorn sun with a Virgo moon, then we're going to pull messages for the week and see what it is that you need to know, okay? So again, this is something that is a bit more personalized to you versus just the standard Capricorn readings. So this may give you further in-depth clarity, insight, and things you need to know as far as this week coming up, especially with this moon that we're about to experience tonight, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started with our Capricorn suns with our Aries moons. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, please let me know for my Capricorn suns, Aries moon, what do they need to know? Last shuffle. What do they need to know? Way too many, just one spirit. And while you're watching this, hopefully you are meditating over the energy in a good, calm place of solitude or just mental solitude if you can. So I have made you sons and daughters. You have been a queen or king since birth. In what way can you embrace him or her today? What does he or she have to say? Okay. So the reason why I really like this card here, Capricorn, Sun, Aries, Moon, is because this is embracing your power, right? Especially as a Cap, Sun, and Aries, Moon. I know that has to be turbulent at times, right? You're one side of wanting to be structured and to be disciplined and to have some kind of, structure within yourself or within your life, but then the emotions is in Aries, right? So you feel passionately, you feel intensely, you feel a lot. And how do you balance that with your Capricorn sun? So looking at this card, it's asking you for this week, especially the moon that we're coming into, to embrace your authentic self, knowing that you are royalty, knowing that you are a prize, you are somebody that is valuable, somebody that is honorable, somebody that is meant to be treasured. And are you walking in that truth with your head held high, knowing that you're deserving to be treasured? And whether people notice that or not, do you still carry that air about you that you know you're a queen, that you know that you're a king, despite if other people see your crown or not? That's what Spirit's asking you. So tell me more, Spirit, for my Capricorn suns, Aries moons. Okay. We got okay. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it already. So we got strength starting out. Tell me more, Spirit. Thank you. Queen of Cups in the reverse. I just heard don't let them get to you. The Fool, Page of Pentacles. That's right. So I love this energy. And I heard don't let them get to you. When we look at this, look at all this yellow, right? Yellow, happiness, sunshine, bliss, joy. Only thing that's in the reverse out of this entire set is the Queen of Cups in the reverse, which is in blue. So this week may be a very emotional week for you, whether it's because of the new moon we're coming into, whether it's some circumstance you may be dealing on the work front, maybe it's something that you've been waiting for that's been delayed, or you may just have your own inner emotions that you're just still struggling through or battling with or dealing with. This is Spirit saying, and I'm going to say this once, and I'm only going to say this once to you, Capricorn, Sun, Aries, Moon. Don't let anyone, and I mean anyone, take you off your throne, off your position where you stand, hold your head high, stand tall, correct your posture, and walk through life like the king and queen you are. And I mean that. Because in this week, something is going to throw you off your emotional game, your emotional equilibrium may be thrown off here with that Queen of Cups in the reverse. One part of you, because on the bottom of this deck, I'm not going to lie, we got the Knight of Swords. One part of you this week may want to be reactive. The other part of you may want to emotionally retreat. And again, that's that duality of the Cap, Sun, and Aries moon. How do we balance that? Spirit says to you, Fool, walk with your head held high. You don't give AF. Who says what, who likes what, who doesn't like what, etc. You know that you're moving towards the path or direction that's best for you, whether anyone likes it or not. And that's why I really love this energy. Also, too, there may be some brand new opportunity here with the Fool and Page of Pentacles in work, whether it's like a holiday raise, holiday bonus, holiday pay. Also, too, especially if you are a Black Friday shopper, Cyber Monday shopper, all of the holiday shoppers, right? And I know that's not until the following week, but you may score a really great deal on something that you may have not thought you would have been able to get. So say if you've been looking at a really nice TV, but it hasn't been on sale, or you didn't think it's going to go on sale because it's new, you may see that the price instantly drops on that Black Friday or some Cyber Monday that allows you to purchase something, which makes you feel really good. There's something here about like a hidden steal, like a hidden deal, right? Even though it's not necessarily hidden, but it feels like you may have not thought that you would be able to like score prices for it or get a good price on it, or maybe you, especially for the ones that may have been dealing with some form of financial difficulty, or you've been trying to be disciplined with your finances, right? And holding yourself back from really spending. There may be, again, around this season, this time frame, you may find some really good deals that allows you to, allocate a little bit of your budget to treat yourself, right? Like the queen or king you are, right? This is a little bit of your treat yourself season for you guys. Not crazy, it's still a page. But other than that here, Capricorn, Sun, Aries, Moon. Again, something's going to throw you off your emotional game. And I ask of you, maybe I'll plead with you if that's okay, just a little pleading here. Don't allow no one to F up your week. Don't allow anyone to take you off your throne in the position where you stand high, right? They say when they go low, we go high. And sometimes when they go low, we go lower. But this week, Spirit is saying when they go low, you go high and you stay there. And sometimes that is the best way to really succeed and get over, to be in the upper position of the situation. It's just to still walk with their head held high and not showing that something has affected you. Now, I will tell you with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, please make sure you process your emotions. Do not repress them. Do not compartmentalize them. Do not suppress them. You got to face and deal with whatever's going to emotionally affect you this week. If it hasn't happened now, it's going to happen at some point this week. Whether it's your own internal emotions because of the tides of the moon and you're just feeling it all over and all, it's bringing up things to the surface that you may have not really dealt with or wanted to look at. Make sure you handle it, please. You ain't got to show it to the world. The world doesn't need to see your you being reactive or you being responsive or, you showing or emoting how you feel. No, sometimes some things are best left kept to ourselves. So keep those emotional expressions or outbursts, or again with the Knight of Swords, wanting to react, wanting to cut somebody out, wanting to, react soon as you get a response. Nope. Play calm, cool, and collected this week. But other than that, Capricorn, Sun, Aries, Moon, it's a beautiful week for you. Okay. So I'm going to leave you there. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful week. And now we are on to our Capricorn Suns and Taurus Moons. All right. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what can you tell me for my Capricorn Suns, Taurus Moons? Capricorn Suns, Taurus Moons. What do they need to know, Spirit? Okay. So we have mysteries reside within. Take space for the mysteries of your soul to unfurl. Many wondrous discoveries are awaiting for you. You never know what you'll find. Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. So, Capricorn Sun, Taurus Moon, which I have a Taurus Moon myself. And this moon that we're coming into is going to be in Taurus. So, what it feels like is certain things about yourself, certain strengths, certain shortcomings about yourself are really going to come to the surface this week. It feels like you may be discovering a part of yourself that you may have forgotten. Maybe you're discovering or rediscovering something that you forgot that you loved or that you enjoyed, or even then, you may be discovering somebody else's mysteries this week. So let's see how this plays out for you. Last shuffle for my Capricorn Suns, Taurus Moons. Ten of Cups, King of, ooh, okay. One more. for my Capricorn sons. 4 wands. Holy crap. Beautiful energy here. 10 of cups, king of cups, 4 wands. This is all about you. All about you. So when we talk about looking within and discovering within, this is going to be the time, space in this week. And this is not necessarily a love reading. So I'm not going to, put it towards love, even though this definitely can be a love energy here. I'm going to make it about you, Cap, Sun, Taurus, Moon. This is the energy of discovering what it is that you want long term. What is it that you want short term? When it comes to love, not only for another person or in relationship matters, but for yourself. What does that look like? What does my 5-year, 10-year, 15-year plan look like? What does that involve? Will it be me being married? What type of relationship do I want? What does my family life look like? My current family look like? What about my children that I may currently have? What does their, long-term goals look like? This is becoming curious about your stability, even stability within yourself. This week feels like a really happy week for you, right? So it feels like this moon does you really well, Cap, Sun, Taurus, Moon. It really does you really well. And it causes, if you will, emotional stability. So if you've been dealing with anything that's turbulent, because on the bottom of this deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So there may be some karmic ties that you may have still had, or that may still be lingering in your energy. It feels like this week you get a break. Now, don't get me wrong, you're still going to have to address these karmic ties or issues that you may have, whether it's within yourself, whether it's within you and another person or another situation in your life. This week you get a pause. This week, it's a pause. This week, the energy's placed solely on you. And it's what makes Capricorn, Sun, Taurus, Moon happy. So this week it's really spent, you may be a homebody this week. So you may be spending time in a home, redecorating the home, buying new pieces for the home, buying new candles or new smell goods or new incense for the home. Also too, just like I had to tell Aries, with these 2 energies here, I'm just getting a little online shopping, maybe Amazon deliveries, who knows, right? But nonetheless, this is really this week. You're in a very calm, collected, and happy energy for the most part. And with this energy that you have, Spirit is saying, take advantage of really going deep, really assessing and vetting your own self. Okay, Cap, Sun, Taurus, Moon. Do I want to be married? If that's a yes or no, you decide. What does that family look like? If I have kids and they're underage, what about their school plan, right? What colleges would I like them to go off to? How do I want to set them up for their future? So that way they don't have to stress or they don't have to be in positions that mommy or daddy was in. This is long-term thinking here. This is long-term stability and planning here on the emotional front. This is the week that allows you to become a bit more dreamy in your thoughts instead of as practical and as rigid as, especially a Cap, Sun, and Taurus Moon that you guys can be. And I get it as a Taurus Moon myself personally. So this week is making you step out of that rigid energy. Sometimes you can kind of carry on or take on. And really, it's very Neptunian for me in this field. Very Neptunian, to be dreamy, to dream, to think, to imagine that perfect love. Or if you are in a relationship, this week is really beautiful. It's really bountiful. You guys are enjoying each other. There's a lot of emotional connectivity between you guys. You guys may be planning or thinking or talking about the long-term vision or goals or paths you guys want to take on with each other. Maybe even if you're not in that space yet, you guys just may talk about one day having a family or, planning out things this week for each other. But in the home, that's where a lot of this comfort resides. So this week feels like a lot of good food, and this is such a Taurus Moon energy, a lot of luxury, a lot of comfortability, just a lot of stability in the home. So Taurus Moon, Cap, Sun, this is actually really beautiful. Enjoy your week because you're going to have such a pleasant week ahead of you. Okay. And thank you so much. All right. So we're over to our Capricorn Sun and our Gemini moons. So Spirit Guides, what do our Capricorn Suns and our Gemini moons need to know for the week? Capricorn Sun, Gemini moons, what do they need to know for the week? What do they need to know for me? Okay, thank you. We have trust the unknown. The universe has opened up a doorway before you. What will you do? Trust that in all things you are never alone. Yes, that's right. Amen. Amen. Can I get a amen from the congregation? So when I look at this, I love this card. It's actually a beautiful card because it feels like with this moon that we got coming in, again, it should be tonight, but with this moon that's coming in, it's opening up a portal for you. A short time period portal, right? And through this portal, if you will, it allows you to experience and explore the unknowns. What do you want to do? What will you do with this time frame? What will you do with this energy that's in the air, Capricorn, Sun, Gemini, Moon? So let's see. Ooh, okay. Ace of Cups in the reverse for our Capricorn, Suns, Gemini, Moon spirit. Can I have two more? Ooh, okay, thank you. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this goes two different ways, right? And these readings are not typically based on love, but if I do get a love message that's screaming, I will point it out, just like I had to do for Taurus Moon. For you, Gemini Moon, the biggest message that I'm getting here is that through this portal, somebody's going to want to return. The Nine of Wands on the bottom, right underneath that is Temperance. Right underneath that is the Page of Swords. Okay. So yeah, somebody's returning back to you. You may be on defense or they may be a little, cautious approaching you. But what it's saying here, especially with this Judgment right in the middle, trust the unknown. If that door closed for a reason, it was for a reason. It does not say re-entry on that door. Right? And trusting in the process and trusting in the universe that, hey, you know what? This door closed for a reason based off their actions or behaviors or because you, Gemini Moon, closed it yourself. It's closed for a reason. And again, there's no re-entry. Trust in the unknown that if that door was closed between you and a person, that the universe will bring you somebody that's better. The universe won't ever take away from you and not give you something back in return. And more than likely, 9 times out of 10 and 10 times out of 9, it's something better than what you had before, right? Because you get to energetically tell the universe that, hey, this is what I don't want to deal with anymore. This is what I don't want to be involved with anymore. This is what the type of person that I'm not interested in or attracted to anymore. And the more you tell the universe that, hey, I don't want to deal with this specific kind of energy, the more that they get the memo and stop sending you that specific type of energy. And the more you're able to be very discerning about the type of energies that come towards you that, hey, I don't want to deal with that, the better that the universe can customize a person that's perfect for you. Not perfect for everybody, but perfect for you, Gemini. So when that door says no reentry, stick to that. Stick firm in your boundaries, stick firm in your position, and stick firm in your non-negotiables on that, right? An X is an X for a reason. The past is a past for a reason. If you were meant to stay, you would be here, right? But that door closed for a reason. And that's trusting in the universe that the universe will bring you somebody much better. Now, for others of you, and this is more generalized, if you've been dealing with the financial situation that you just feel like it has not been going your way or finances just have been a little out of sorts for you, I love seeing the Five of Pentacles in the reverse because it lets me know that even if you've been dealing with some form of financial issues, rainy days won't last forever. Rocky times won't always be there. Financially, there will be a turnaround at some point. Now, through this portal, will they be fully turning around? No, I'm not going to lie to you. No, I wish I could tell you yes, but no. But I will tell you this. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse is a slower turnaround, right? Because it's a pentacle. So it's something stable, steady, it's steadfast. It takes a while to progress. So what you're going to start to see is in increments, your finances improving and improving and improving. It won't be one lump sum. It won't be a loan. It won't be one settlement check. It won't be, right away, right? But in lump sums, if you will, in steady increments, your finances will improve. And through this portal, it's the energy that's allowing your finances to improve to a more stabilized state, okay? So Gemini, Moon, Capricorn, Sun, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Okay, so we're on a Cap, Sun, and Cancer, Moon. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Actually, make sure my mic is working because something looks a little weird. Okay, it's working. All right, sorry, I didn't want to do this video on no sound. All right, Cap, Sun, and Cancer Moon. What do they need to know, Spirit? Capricorn, Sun, and Cancer Moon. What do they need to know, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, this is like one of my favorite cards in this deck. One cannot serve two masters. What has been motivating you in this season? Does it align with love? If not, what steps can you take to change that? The reason why I love this card so much is because it's so true. It's like the ego versus the spirit, right? You can't live in two planes. You can't live of the mind and live of the spirit. Meaning, to break that down a little bit more, it's like an everyday example, right? It's like, how could you be a priest or a pastor, but then also doing inappropriate things to kids? You can't, you got to pick a lane that you're going to be in. You can't do that, right? You got to practice what you preach. You can't preach what you want to say and not live by that practice. Now, I know those examples were a little far left, but just so you can understand the context of that card, that's what it's meaning, right? So let's see what this means further for you. For my Capricorn, Suns, Cancer, Moons. Six of Wands. Okay. Six of Wands, King of Pentacles, Hierophant, and the, okay. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Cups in the reverse on the bottom. And this is absolutely one cannot serve two masters. Why the Tower? Imminent danger. I'm going to ask this of you, and this may only resonate with one person, because I'm definitely seeing ego. There's somebody here that's specifically struggling with the ego, more so meaning the material world, the 3D, the things that they put their time and, wants on. And this is really interesting for me because I resonate with this energy because I have a Cancer Sun and a Taurus Moon, right? And earth elements tend to be more practical or based upon the material world. You as a Cancer Moon, you're more of the emotional, you're more of the spiritual, you're more of the higher conscious collective and understanding on deeper realms and deeper waters versus your Sun, which talks about and speaks and relates more to earthly realms, right? Earthly things, earthly pleasures, earthly sensations. There's a struggle here. It's like a part of you wants to be connected to a higher purpose, a higher path, a higher calling, but you still get pulled in and swayed by public recognition, by the ego, by people's admiration, by people's viewpoints of you, by your status and your achievements in life, how self-fulfilling things in life can make you feel, right? Making that new job title or that new job position or getting that raise or buying that new house or that new car, or even on a more mundane level of feeling good in the accomplishments you've had in life, right? Putting your accomplishments and achievements on a high pedestal, on a high horse, but there's an imbalance here between, again, the practical earthly realms and your spirituality. Hierophant in the reverse, Seven of Cups in the reverse. But that Seven of Cups is telling you got to make a decision here. You can't serve two masters. You got to pick. You got to pick. You can't walk the line between X, Y, and Z and this over here. Now, I'm not saying that you can't incorporate elements of both into your life, right? Where you can have some of your pleasurable things, your worldly pleasure things, and still follow spirituality. I would be dead ass wrong if I told you that. But what I'm more so speaking to you of is that we got to find the balance in public success, recognition, status, achievements, accolades, accomplishments, material possessions, luxury goods, items, this and the third. We got to find a balance from removing that from as high of a pedestal that you may have that on, Nine of Cups in the reverse, right? Whatever you like to self-indulge or overindulge in, we got to bring that pedestal down a little bit and bring your spirituality, your practice, your deeper meaning of life, being able to let go of these kind of material possessions. We got to bring that level up. We need to be on an even keel, because right now it's like you're going towards spirituality. You're going towards your higher calling, your higher purpose. You're trying to learn more about what it is for you to do, right? Your life goals, your life purpose, your life path, feeling the higher calling from a higher divine presence, but then we still are living here on the mundane 3D level. You can't operate and walk in both lanes at the same time. So this week through this moon, it's going to force you to pick a side here or figure out the balance between the two. But if you struggle with that balance, Tower card here, all this is going to come crumbling down. You're going to get a rude awakening throughout this week or through this portal season that we're coming in with this. I think it's a full moon. I should have checked before I did this reading. I think it's a full moon or a new moon. It's one of the two. You're going to get a rude awakening, right? And that rude awakening could be the sense of having to release, whether it's some form of material possession or something happens on the work or something that's been stressing you out, or if it's been stressful to kind of balance the two, something's going to happen that, it's imminent danger. Something's going to collapse here. You can't serve two masters, Cap, Sun, Cancer, Moon. Pick a side or figure out the balance, but you cannot serve both, okay? So it's been an absolute pleasure, and you guys have a good one. All right, so let's go to Cap, Sun, Leo, Moon. Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right. Tell me for my Cap, Sun, Leo, Moons, what do they need to know, Spirit? Capricorn, Sun, Leo, Moons, what do they need to know, Spirit? This one card, Spirit. It's this one right here. Okay. Let your path be your own. There are things in life that we will not choose, but yet we still have our power in how we respond. Today, let your response be for your highest good. Absolutely. So what do they need to know for this week? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. I'm going to try to pull this back and maybe that'll fix the lighting a bit. So what do they need to know for this week? Happy Leo Moons. Thank you. So this week, it's all about, and the King of Cups, talking about responding. Yeah, learning how to balance your response, right? That Leo moon can be a very passionate, very excitable moon, right? When it comes to being reactionary to situations, events, people, places, or things. Spirit is saying, no, slow your ass down. Slow your ass down. And I say that not to be really funny, but that sometimes I say things that my mother always used to tell me. The best wisdom always comes from the generations prior to us. She always used to tell me, you're trying to be too fast. Slow your ass down. When I was getting a little too ahead of myself or a little too emotionally reactive, or I was responding or reacting without listening. I always used to call me out for being too grown, being too fast. Now, I'm not saying that to you guys because all y'all are grown. I ain't your parent. I ain't your mom. I ain't your, nothing like that. But I am saying this to you in a sense of, hey, Leo, moon, slow it down a little bit. I get that you're fiery, you're intense, especially when it's on the moon. It's in a very emotional space, which means your emotions can be very reactionary when it's under a fire placement. Totally understand it. But sometimes you will do yourself the best service. And I see why. You will do yourself the best service to take a minute before responding or reacting. Breathe. There's a thing called the 72-hour rule, and I'm going to give you the secret. I'm going to give you the secret here. It's a 72-hour rule. Something happens, first day, you're pissed off, you want to respond, you want to react. If other people know about the situation, they may be talking about it. You may feel embarrassed or you may feel hurt, whatever the case may be. But that first night, you're going to really feel it. It's going to be seething in your gut. Like, oh, you wake up the next day, you still going to feel it. And yeah, you're still going to feel it. But you go to sleep that night. Wake up the following day. You don't feel it as much. It's still there. And then the next day, we get to 72 hours, 3 days. At that point, either something else happened in your life, either something else happened in that person's life, things have shifted, you've had time to calm and cool down. You're not as present or in the moment as you were on that first night or first day that it happened, that situation. 72-hour rule. Sometimes we need to apply that. You don't owe anybody a response, Cap, Sun, Leo, Moon. You owe no one a response. So give yourself the 72-hour rule. Take 72 hours. And at that point, because of those 72 hours, you've had the chance to gain the clarity and the perspective of being able to have a deeper insight on the situation where you can now respond without being as reactive, where you can now respond from a higher perspective or a different viewpoint versus if you would have responded out of anger or out of emotion and then later on regretted doing that because either that person didn't deserve that energy or they weren't worth that energy, right? So really think about it because that's what this is asking you, right? You have the power to choose the path that you want to go down, right? But how you respond to that path, how you respond going down that route is solely based on you, but let your response be for your highest good. That's the 72-hour rule. So King of Cups, Six of Cups in the world. I love this. So there's two messages that I'm getting here. I'll address the romance part here because it feels like you may be connecting from somebody from your past during this week or through this portal of the moon. Somebody from the past may be returning, really being emotionally connected to you or intertwined with you. They may not be expressing as much as they would like, what they feel under the surface, but you guys may be starting a new cycle or new chapter. Others of you may just be completely connecting with somebody new, whether this is somebody online, overseas, wherever they may live at a distance, or they may be foreign from you, different background, different upbringing, different culture, different race, different economic or socioeconomic status. But more than anything, this is about you gaining your emotional balance, Leo. And this is something, take that 72-hour rule with you outside of this reading, right? Outside of this week. Please apply that and practice that. Any fire moon needs that 72-hour rule. Any water moon needs that 72-hour rule. All of us can use it though, no matter what placement, but those signs specifically, like practice that. Because those signs, water moons and fire moons, can be very reactionary. And it's taking a time out to say, hold on, let me just chill. Let me chill before I say something. I don't want to be too fast, like my mother always used to tell me. But there's new changes coming in here. And the thing about it is you are being set upon a new path, right? Maybe this is something that you've always wanted to do. Maybe something you've always had high hopes for, something that kind of takes you back to your childhood, right? That gives you that childhood happiness, right? That makes you feel alive or like a kid again. Like this is that opportunity or pathway. And it's something that you really feel connected to. This portal is allowing for that door to open, right? This week, that door is opening for an opportunity or a situation or even a reconnection of a family member. So this week is a really great week. Just watch how you respond, Leo. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave you there. It's been an absolute pleasure, Leo Moon, Capricorn Sun. All right, so Capricorn Sun, Virgo Moon. Let's see what's going on for you guys. What does my Capricorn Suns and Virgo Moons need to know for this week? Capricorn Sun, Virgo Moon. A seed must die before it can be reborn. Now it's the time to let go of all that has grown stale. A seed must first fall from its place of safety before it can receive what it truly needs. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it because that's absolutely right. You got to shed that old skin before the new skin can show, right? So within you, Capricorn Sun, Virgo Moon, for this week specifically, especially with this moon energy portal, what is it that you got to shed? And that's an honest question. Self-assessment and self-awareness. Keywords for you this week. What is it that you need to shed? Is it something within yourself? Is it something around you environmentally, externally? What is it that you need to shed that is preventing your actual growth, right? Right now, you're a caterpillar. You're going through the transformation stage, but before you can flourish into a butterfly, before spirit can give you those wings to soar off to where you need to go, you got to be able to shed that old skin, right? And that's done in the process when you're in the cocoon. So while you're in the cocoon, and that's the self-evaluation stage, right? Self-awareness stage, what is it that you're shedding this week? That's what needs to be looked at. That's what needs to be assessed. And truthfully, that's what needs to be evaluated. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. 2 of Pentacles. Emperor. Oh, that's the butterfly. Now, of course, it's the Emperor. You could be Empress, do whatever you want. But this is being very decisive on what's not working. What do you need to stop putting your dedicated effort into? So in this reading for you specifically, Virgo moon, it's not for me to give you the answer and say, hey, you need to cut out that lover. You need to cut out that family member. You need to cut out that job. Now, for some of you, it may be the job because we got the Pentacles here and the Emperor, which is like the boss. But it's not for me to tell you what this is. This is for you to evaluate and self-assess, right? What is not working for you? Because for you to get to the Emperor status where you're that butterfly, you're that boss, you are the leader of your life is not leading you. You are the one that is setting boundaries and restrictions and setting up different, barricades in your life that protects you and that allows you to flourish and go and grow where you want to. You got to cut something out. I don't know what this is for you. Sorry. I don't know what this is for you, but you got to figure out. Because something that you've been putting dedicated effort into, something you've been putting dedicated time into, something that you've been working on or have been proceeding to move it forward has not produced the results you've been looking for. It just has not. Whatever this is that you've been putting your energy, time, effort into has not produced the results you're looking for. In order to get the results you're looking for, which leads you to Emperor status, assessing what seed must die. Right? Whatever this pentacle seed is for you, right? Love, family, life, health, wealth, I don't know, whatever it's for you. It's time for it to go. And this is the perfect week to do so, especially with the energy that's in the air, that's in the atmosphere, that's helping you, pushing you forward and guiding you, right? So as it says again, now it's time to let go of all that has grown stale. A seed must first fall from its place of safety before it can receive what it truly needs. So I'll leave you with that food for thought. Get working on it this week, Virgo moon, Cap sun, and thank you. All right, so we are on Cap sun, Libra moon. What do you need to know this week for my Capricorn suns, Libra moons? My Capricorn suns and Libra moons. All right, Capricorn suns, Libra moons. One card here, Spirit. What do they need to know? Capricorn suns, Libra moons, what do they need to know specifically? Thank you. The path to freedom. In many ways, our thoughts and ideas about who we are trap us more tightly than we know. Set aside your notions of who you are today and be limitless. Okay, I love this. So I love the fact that everybody has been getting their own different unique cards. There hasn't been any repeats. So I'm loving this because everybody's going through a different message this week. That includes you too, Libra moon, right? That absolutely includes you too. So what does your pathway to freedom look like? What ideas or projections or ideals people have placed on you or you've placed on yourself, right? Whether it's an issue with self-esteem or lack of self-worth or lack of self-confidence or lack of self-ability, right? What is it that you've either placed on yourself or other people have placed on you that makes you feel, if you will, entrapped in a way, right? Because what Spirit is saying is whatever notion you placed on yourself or other people have placed on you is not in alignment with who you truly are and how limitless you can be. And going into this portal this week, this new moon will absolutely show you that. Okay. Yep. Bottom of the deck is the 3 of Wands. So on the other side of that horizon is your freedom. And I'm literally hearing Nicki Minaj, to freedom, like in my head. I'm too much. I'm so silly. But Page of Cups in the reverse, Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Interesting energy because it's, this may be a sense of denial. I'm just going to say it just flat out. Two of Swords, it can be in denial and refusing to see. There is something here. There are notions that either you are putting on yourself, Libra, or other people are placing on you that are not in alignment with your true authentic self. And even if it comes down to, I'm not going to say this is for all of you, but just in the example of feeling like you're not good enough, or other people making you feel like you're not good enough, or making you feel like your self-worth isn't amounting to much, or it doesn't amount to anything. And taking that energy on like that has anything to do with you, and it doesn't. But there's some sense of denial here of when we talk about needing to remove the notions that other people place on us, there's an issue here with denial of not really seeing things in their true light or in their true color. You are limitless. All of the notions or preconceived beliefs, self-imposed beliefs, self-hate, deprecating thoughts, whether again other people placed on you or you placed on yourself, is not true. And there's a need for you to really see that and understand that. But Four of Pentacles being here, I'm so sorry. Four of Pentacles being here, there's a difficulty to release these thoughts or these ideas. What is it that's making you feel this way? Did the love situation that you wanted, did it not pan out the way you thought it would? So now it's hard to really release those thoughts of maybe it was me, maybe it was my fault, or there's something wrong with me, or was it a situation with the job, you didn't get that raise or didn't get that promotion, so now you're taking that on like it's your fault, or there's something with you, is there something that happened with your family or the way you were brought up, is there trauma that's still unresolved that you're still, what is it? Because something needs to be released here and it's being highlighted, but the Two of Swords is right next to it, which is letting me know there's denial. Page of Cups in the reverse, which takes me into the energy of other people, right? Page of Cups is in the reverse, not my favorite. Because this is the person that can give you backhanded compliments. This is the used car salesman. This is the person that can sell you pipe dreams or make you believe certain things that aren't true about yourself. But they do it in, if you will, in a loving way, in a kind way. It's, oh, Cap, Sun, Libra, Moon. I think you look great, but you can definitely lose a good 15, 20 pounds. I think people find you more attractive then. But, if you want to stay the way you are, you can. And, it's like some bull essence. Like, let me bring it down a little bit because I just get a little protective over my babies that I read for. It's just BS like that, where they'll do it in a kind of kindish way. But it still F's with the psyche. It still F's with the emotional state. And there's a sense of you taking this on like it's your own, whether you do that to yourself when you look in the mirror, or you look at your job, or you look at your past lovers, or other people do that to you. So in this season, Spirit is telling you, hey, Libra Moon, release a lot of that. You want to be free. I know you want to be free, and your freedom's on the other end. Whatever that may look like, you are limitless. But these limits and limitations you have placed upon yourself or allowed other people to place on you will always limit you until you release it. So Libra, Moon, Capricorn, Sun, that is your work for the week, man. And you got it. I believe in you. You got it. All right. So we are on to Capricorn, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. Capricorn, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. What does my Cap, Sun, Scorpio, Moons need to know? Our Capricorn, okay. Right up. Peace be still, beloved. Know that you hold limitless abundance. Anything is possible, but you do not have to strive. In peace, you'll find everything you need. I love this card. And again, like I just told Libra Moon, everybody has been getting their own unique cards for this week. So the fact that you guys are getting your own unique cards really lets me know that this is, the energy is very personalized and individualized to you. Now watch when I get to like Cap or Aquarius or Pisces, I start getting repeats. All right, but let's look further into this for my Capricorn, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. Page of Pentacles. I just heard slow growth is the best growth. The Chariot. Ooh. One more card here. For my... Okay. Now you know what I'm hearing? Oh my God, I'm going to be so cheesy singing this. But please forgive me because this is literally what I'm hearing. I'm not even going to sing it because I can't even sing. You know that old High School Musical song? Breaking Free? Soaring, flying. Okay, that's all y'all get because I know I sound like a cat. But that's literally what I'm hearing is that breaking free song now. Because in this week, you're breaking free, but there's something about it's a beautiful energy because it is straightforward, but it's a very calm energy because we got this Page of Pentacles. So it's steady, right? Slow and steady wins the race. You're not conforming to something this week, whether it's other people's ideas, other people's beliefs, even if for some of you guys may be changing religions, right? Or going further into spirituality and maybe leaving the church. But there's some form of conformity, tradition, some form of ideals that a hierarchy may have placed on you, whether it's parents or grandparents, from when you were younger. There's these ideals that you're really breaking out of this week. And then this energy of breaking out of this and having new ideas on the pathway you want to go, the path you want to take, where your inspiration is driving you, right? Where do you really feel inspired? Where are you pulling the most of your energy to cultivate and create something that's new and fulfilling for you? But not only that, that's long lasting, that has a good longevity, that has a good plan with it. You're very focused on your success this week, but you're in the planning stages of it, right? So even if you have something that you have in mind, you may be thinking of, okay, up leveling it, right? But there's something that you got to shed when it comes to ideas, beliefs, or thought patterns that have been either passed on to you or that have been conditioned within you or that you may have believed, right? This is completely changing those rigid ideas or thoughts into your own. This is being innovative. This is being groundbreaking with this Chariot and the Page of Pentacles, but it's in a very stable, sensible way. Which kind of your energy here, right? Cancer, not Cancer. Oh, some of you guys maybe got Cancer in your rising. Because I didn't mean to say Cancer, but Capricorn Sun and Scorpio Moon. But that's something that's very innovative here. So I love this. So I would tell you this, Scorpio, your week's going to be a pretty easy week for the most part, but just go for it. Go lightly, tread the waters lightly. But whatever it is that you're wanting to cultivate a new beginning in, whether it's in your finances, it's in your life, it's in your stability, go at it at a steady pace. Do not try to rush it. Take your time. And you're going to have to break some old layers or shed some old layers from your past or beliefs or ideas or conditionings that just don't serve you, okay? So you are limitless. Remember that. Understand that. And we'll go ahead and get over into our Capricorn Sun, Sagittarius moons. Okay. So, Cap Sun, Sag Moon, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are okay. So let's see. What do you need to know for this week? All right. What does my Cap Sun, Sagittarius moon need to know for this week? Ooh, way too many. Just one spirit. Our Capricorn Sun with the Sagittarius moon. It's this one. Look to your legacy. Let your gaze rest upon the legacy that you wish to leave upon the world. Is this everyday moments? Oh, excuse me. It is the everyday moments that write the story of our lives. What will yours say? And I love that because you guys are all about expansion, Sagittarius in general, but I know this is your moon placement, Capricorn. But Sagittarian energy is all about expansion and growing and wandering. It's the wanderer, right? It's the archer. It's, new horizons, new destinations, new pathways, trailblazing. So what is your legacy? Especially backed by your Capricorn Sun that provides the grounding and structure and the daddy or mommy energy, right? But when we look at our legacy, this is where your Sagittarian moon really gets to shine because it allows you to explore the mind, explore the psyche of what my legacy looks like. What does my 5-year plan, 10-year plan, a 15-year plan look like? What do I need to do to get there? What does those details look like? Does it require me still staying in the same city, state, or country, or should I need to move? What type of long-term partner do I want, if I even want that? How will I be able to manage or survive financially? This is allowing you to really go. Somebody else had this energy. I think it was Taurus moon. This is allowing you to really deep into the depths of your mind and look to your legacy. What legacy is it that you want to leave on this world, right? Whether that is being charitable, whether that is helping other people, whether that is being of service. 3 of Swords. Tell me more for my Sagittarian moon. Cap Suns. The Lovers. Dang, you would think this is a love reading so far, but I promise it's not. One more. If I get the 2 of Cups, I'm going to just call it a day. The World. Okay. Awesome. Still look like a love reading to me, but it's 3 of Swords, the Lovers in the World. Okay. Absolutely. So this is where it hurts. This is where it's going to hurt. So when we talk about looking at your legacy, right, and rewriting the story of our lives, 3 of Swords to the Lovers in the reverse. Yeah, this may have been what you've experienced. This may have been what you've dealt with. This may have been the hand you've been dealt in life, right? Whether it's connections with family, friends, lovers, people that you really felt connected to, that you wanted these people to be a part of your legacy. You wanted these people to be a part of the next chapter. You wanted these people to be a part of your growth. Whether these people are still in your life now and you know that they can't go with you to the next level, it does hurt because there are memories and there are connections you've made with specific people in your life that means a lot to you. That meant a lot to you, and probably still to this day, you still may hold a candle for these people, again, whether it's a lover, friends, family, etc. But they can't go with you on your new cycle, right? The legacy that you want to leave that's long lasting and impactful, these people can't go with you. These people never were supposed to go with you. They were only supposed to serve that chapter and that portion of your life. You close the book and you move on. But these, whoever it is, if it's one person or multiple people that you had to leave behind or will be leaving behind or know that you need to leave behind, no matter the case, it hurts nonetheless to have to do so, but you know that they can't come. They're not meant to be there from you. That these specific people are not meant to be there with you from the beginning to the end of this book. They only serve a specific chapter, and that's where they stay. But they're not supposed to be from chapter 1 to chapter 30, right? They stay in chapter 12, and that's where they stay. And again, it feels like it hurts and it's a bit heartbreaking, or if you haven't done this yet, it will hurt. But in this specific week, this is really assessing the people that's coming with you into your next chapter to continue your legacy story. Who will be coming with you in your next chapter to continue your legacy story, and who do you need to let go of? If you've already let go of these people, this is being able to fully close the book on this, because with the 3 of Swords, the energy is there's still something lingering around these people that you had to let go of. So making sure that book is fully closed. There may be energies that are brought up for you this week, right? That makes you revisit this past person or past energy or past people. Work through it, flow through the energies. And once we are out of this energy with this moon in Taurus, close that book, close that chapter, and keep writing the rest of your legacy, okay? So Capricorn Sun, Sagittarius Moon, it has been a pleasure, and I thank you so much. All right, so who are we on to next? Cap Sun, Cap Moon. Okay. So let's see here. For my Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moons, what do they need to know, Spirit? What do they need to know? For my Capricorn Suns, Capricorn Moons, what do they need to know this week? Just one card, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, see, what did I told? Okay. I said on one of these signs, I haven't had any repeaters. Now we got our first repeater, and I think this is the same repeater card I had to tell Libra Moon. So we have mysteries reside within. Take space for the mysteries of your soul to unfurl. Many wondrous discoveries are waiting for you. You never know what you'll find. So So let's see further into this Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. Thank you. Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. We got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. King of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. Big Daddy Kane on the bottom. Emperor. Okay. So this week, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, it's all about observation with the Seven of Pentacles. You're really taking the time to really discover, especially with the King of Swords being very analytical, very of the mind. It's not an emotional time for you, right? Not to say you don't feel the emotional energies in the atmosphere, but this is a lot of hard face, like, you know, I'm not showing anything, right? This is the energy of attracting emotions, especially with that Page of Cups in reverse. It feels like this week, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, you're really in your thoughts. You're really analyzing things. I don't know why I'm just getting the image of an Excel spreadsheet. And you're literally listing your thoughts and ideas and your feelings down in a very rationalized way instead of processing them. So in this time period, Spirit is telling you, you know, maybe loosen up a little bit. You know, this is a lot of rigid energy here. Loosen up a little bit if you can. Take time and space to really discover what's waiting for you. And I think that's what you're doing with the Seven of Pentacles. But it's more in a practical, logical way versus the emotional way. So you're not allowing yourself to get swept up in the thoughts or lost in the feelings and the emotions of things. You're looking at things very practically, very realistically. What is best for me? What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to create? What is it that I want to go after? Page of Cups, I love this in the reverse for you because it's the energy of you're not buying pipe dreams. You're not falling for anybody trying to sell you false hope, right? You're not falling for it. This is somebody, I always think of this energy of somebody trying to sell you like Nutriburst. Now, no offense if you sell Nutriburst, but somebody trying to sell you Nutriburst and they'll tell you, hey, you can lose weight in 3 days. You can lose 15 pounds in 3 days. Obviously, unless there's some extra substances in that Nutriburst drink, you're not losing 15 pounds in 3 days, right? So I mean that in the sense of you're not buying the falseness or false hope or pipe dreams of what other people are selling to you in regards to what it is that you can do in life or what it is that, you know, hey, Capricorn, maybe this opportunity or maybe that opportunity or maybe you may be into this. You're really going at things from your own perspective and your own line of sight. What's best for me? It's a very isolated energy. I don't feel much. It feels very rigid in nature. It does. This energy feels very rigid in nature, which is weird for me as a reader, even though I'm a Cancer sun. I have a Taurus moon, so I can normally understand the rigidness of a Capricorn sun or moon. But when I see Capricorn sun and moon together, your energy has been the most rigid out of all of the other signs, where it's like I literally can't penetrate this energy. And that's so weird for me. I cannot penetrate your energy. And that's how rigid you are in this time frame. But you are self-assessing, you are self-evaluating, and you are looking at things at a logical, practical manner. You are very stoic in this time. And you're looking at what's best for me, my life, what it is that I want to go after, what it is that I want to create, what is it that's good for my highest good. And you're allowing yourself to really analyze the soul for that, but it's being done in a practical way and not an emotional. So that's what's going on for you this week, Capricorn. Again, nothing really too crazy or emotionally turbulent. It's just a lot of self-assessing and analyzing, you know? So let's go ahead and get into Cap Sun, Aquarius Moon. For my Capricorn Suns, Aquarius Moons, what do they need to know, Spirit? Thank you. No, way too many, just one. Capricorn Sun, Aquarius Moon. Capricorn Sun, Aquarius Moon. Okay, now come on. Yeah, it's just happening. Destiny awaits. I have formed you with purpose. Know that there is none like you, nor will there be. Take up destiny, who you were meant to be. And this is so interesting to me because I have a friend who is an Aquarius, and I know you're just an Aquarius moon. But Aquarius tend to have this complex of they're not like other people. And that's what we have on this card. Know that there was no one like you, right? So the Aquarian energy is strong on this. It's very strong, but I love it because it is the energy of destiny awaits, right? Your purpose is awaiting you. So let's see what this looks like for this week for my Capricorn sons. Capricorn. Capricorn sun Aquarius moons. Sorry. For my Capricorn sons Aquarius moons. You have the Hermit in reverse, Strength, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Not mad at this. Not mad at this. So Spirit's asking you to give yourself grace. And I always look at the Strength card or Temperance as grace energy. Give yourself grace. And the reason Spirit's asking you to give yourself grace, because it is, you know that there's something that's of higher calling and higher purpose for you. Do you have to have it all figured out tomorrow? No. Should you have figured it out yesterday? No, right? You only know what you know. You only know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. Right? But the understanding or willingness to want to know is the start. So give yourself credit even for that, because that Hermit in reverse lets me know you've done a lot of introspection and really looking at things and really assessing where my strengths are best placed. Where my strengths are best placed. Where do I want to be? Where does my destiny await? What is in alignment with me? And how can I use my strengths and use my weaknesses to propel myself to get ahead, to advance in life, right? Because even in our weaknesses, there's some form of opportunity to use that to our advantage, right? We may be weak in something, but guess what? That's somebody else's strength, and we can hire somebody, or we can call somebody in, or ask somebody, hey, about this situation, or even look within our own selves for answers for our weaknesses, where just focus more on our strengths. Focus more on our strengths, but again, this is being able to balance that, is giving yourself grace. Giving yourself grace. This feels like a very isolated energy. 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The reason why I bring this up is because of the 7 of Wands. If there's something financially that you're tied to that's holding you back, you may want to release this first before trying to propel yourself towards the pathway you want to go. Not saying that, again, example, you may have $50,000 in student loan debts. Not saying you got to pay all that down before you can take on the path of your destiny. But if there's like immediate things that are surrounding you, urgent or pressing things that you may be obligated to financially, or that's tied to your stability, make sure you handle that first. Don't take on too many things at once, because I can understand the Aquarian side wanting to be free roaming and go after their freedom and just wanting to really take charge of what it is that they want to do. And then the Capricorn sun is like, rigid, structure. I don't think this is right. This ain't the right time. And I can see how that the modality between the two of the earth and air can be at conflict at times because of that. Because I do see somebody that's ready to go after their destiny, but then there's another portion that's like, hey, well, we got to make sure we are fully stabilized before we can do that. So I'm seeing a blockage here. Capricorn sun and Aquarius moon. So I would say if there is a blockage, an immediate blockage, make sure you handle that. Once you can handle that, wherever life takes you, wherever you feel like you need to fly, where you need to go, pray on it, meditate on it, ask Spirit, ask God, whoever you believe in, I don't care, just whoever you believe in. Ask, hey, I want to do this. Is this the right path? And allow them to guide you. And again, your strengths and weaknesses. You may feel that sometimes your Aquarius moon is your strength. Sometimes you may feel it's your weakness. And vice versa. You may feel like your Cap sun is your strength, and at times you may feel like it's your weakness. That goes back to the actual strength card, right? Being able to balance out the strengths and the weakness between both modalities to get to where you want to go. There's a thin line between love and hate, and I can understand with those two modalities, it's like borderline. But if we can find that happy medium, I'm telling you, with those two placements of the Cap sun, Aquarius moon, you can succeed and propel yourself much farther than most people in life. So find that balance, okay? This week is going to make you do so. So I'm going to leave you there, and let's go to the last but not least, Capricorn, Sun, and Pisces, Moon. How y'all doing? Hopefully all of you guys are really good. You guys are doing great. So let's get into your reading, right? So let's see what's happening for you for this week. And see what's happening for you for this week. And last shuffle. Ooh, okay, I'm not taking off. I said one. I said one card, Spirit. One card for my Capricorn, Suns, Pisces, Moon. What's this one on top? Okay. You are the storm. You hold within you more power than you know. Learn how to be one with the storm and love. For you, my darling, are a force to be reckoned with. Beautiful. So beautiful. So, Cap, Sun, Pisces, Moon. The card simply puts it. I mean, there's nothing else that I really need to say on it. You know, you have a lot of power within you. You are a force to be reckoned with. But what will you do with the storm? Right? What will you do with all that power that you have within you? So let's see. For my Capricorn, Sun, Pisces, Moon, this week we got the Lovers in reverse. Tell me what they need to know. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This week, Cap, Sun, Pisces, Moon, that energy in the atmosphere, Moon energy, is really going to get to you. It's really going to get to you. It's going to make you revisit an ending. Either you're in the, especially, oh my God, and I think Venus went retrograde in Capricorn. So, either this is going to play out a couple of ways for you. You're going to be forced to use your strength. I'm just getting so many messages, so let me break this down. Either one of the messages here is because of that Venus retrograde in Capricorn that's happening here, and you're a Capricorn Sun, it feels like you got a test coming up. Wheel of Fortune, past situation. Four of Swords, though. Will you pass the test? I had to tell somebody, another sign here, about the no re-entry on the door. Spirit is asking you, if that door is closed, use all your power to keep that door closed. It's not meant to be open for a reason. Nothing here is talking about reconciliation. You may have a past person come up because of what's going on. On the flip side of that, for others of you, this may be that the energy that's in the atmosphere may make you revisit a lot of past energy, past hurts, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in love. It could have been situations that you really felt connected to that didn't work out. Spirit, this time period, Spirit is allowing you to revisit those things, to pull out the gems and the nuggets from those situations where you had to show your strength to overcome them. Because going into 2022, this is actually pulling me forward, you're going to need those certain gems and nuggets that you've gathered from having to revisit and reface past situations. Meaning, you had a job, it didn't work out. It was something that you really felt connected to, or you really loved, or something you really enjoyed. It came to an end. This season, this week, those energies are going to resurface for you. For some reason, you're going to go in your mind, kind of go back to that job that didn't work out. You're going to go back to that relationship that didn't work out. You're going to go back to that friendship that didn't work out. And it's going to bother you. It's going to uplift some band-aids from those wounds. It really will. But it's only being used for you to assess those situations, to retrieve those gems and revisit those situations and look at how you overcame those situations, right? The strength that you had to pull from those situations to overcome and surpass those situations. So that way, in your arsenal of tools, your arsenal of gems that you've collected, you can take that strength of revisiting those situations and seeing how you overcame them. You take those gems and take it into 2022 because you will need them at that time period. I'm just getting that for you. That's specific. It's not even in the cards. you need it in that time period. But I'm telling you, this week, Capricorn, Sun, Pisces, Moon, you will be revisiting some past pains. And that's mainly the case, whether a past person comes back or not, you will be revisiting some past pains. For a smaller group of you, you will also have a past person comes back. So not only will you have to think about the past pain psychologically and mentally, but now for a small portion of you, physically as well. So some of you are going to get hit a bit harder than others when it comes to this week and this moon that's coming in. So I would say just be prepared. Nothing life-threatening, nothing crazy. It's emotional purging for your own highest good, for your own strength, so that way you can relook at those situations and see how you overcame and revisit the strength. All right. So I am going to leave that here for you. It's been an absolute pleasure. So I am all done with you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this style of reading. It's been an absolute pleasure to read for all of you guys. If you do like this style, I've been doing this for Leo, but if you do like this style, let me know. Maybe I'll do another one for you guys. But again, it's been an honor and pleasure, and thank you guys so much. Bye.